Picture this. You are standing in a crowded stadium filled with 50,000 people. Everyone there has dreams of becoming rich. Everyone wants freedom. Everyone wants success. But statistics say only a tiny handful, less than 5%, will ever become millionaires. Now here's the wild part. Most of those who fail are not less intelligent. They are not less talented. They are simply trapped in habits that keep them broke. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, proved that wealth is not about luck. It is about choices. He built his fortune from scratch, and today his name is a symbol of financial wisdom. And in this video, I am going to show you 3 powerful ways to become a millionaire using Buffett's lessons, told through real-life experiences you can relate to. Because what good is advice if it cannot be lived by real people like you and me? The first thing Warren Buffett teaches us is that you must learn to invest early and consistently. He bought his first stock at just 11 years old in 1942, and he often jokes that he started too late. Imagine that. Most of us at 11 are just thinking about video games or school homework, but Buffett was already planting seeds. He invested in 3 shares of Citi's service, preferred for $38 each. At first the stock fell to $27 and his stomach turned, but instead of panicking, he held on until it rose to $40 and sold it for a tiny profit. That one experience taught him the power of patience. Now think about your own life. How many times have you tried something new, maybe saving money, maybe starting a side hustle, and the moment it dipped, you gave up because you thought it would never work? That is exactly where most people lose, because they are playing for quick wins instead of long-term growth. Buffett often says, if you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money. So how can you apply this lesson in real life? Let's say you earn $500 a month. Many people will say that is too small to save or invest, but here's the truth. If you can take just 10%, which is $50, and put it into an index fund or even into a savings account that grows, over the years the compound effect will shock you. Buffett has said his wealth comes not from being very smart, but from being patient. He calls compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. It is like planting a mango tree. At first it looks like nothing, just a seed in the ground, but years later you sit under its shade and feed your children with its fruit. In life, people who understand this principle stop chasing quick wins and start building steady wealth. Imagine saving and investing consistently for 30 years. Even small amounts grow into tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and eventually millions. That is exactly how Buffett did it, not by sudden luck, but by daily habits repeated over decades. The second way to become a millionaire, according to Warren Buffett, is to live far below your means. Now this is one that really surprises people because in today's world everyone wants to show off. The moment people get a little raise at work, the first thing they think is buying a new car, moving into a bigger house, or upgrading their wardrobe. But look at Buffett. He has lived in the same modest house in Omaha, Nebraska, which he bought in 1958 for $31,500. Even today, when he can afford 10 palaces, he still sleeps in that same house. Think about that. A man worth over $100 billion drives a Cadillac, eats McDonald's for breakfast, and enjoys Coca-Cola. He is not chasing the flashy lifestyle because he understands money is a tool for freedom, not a toy for showing off. Now let's bring this closer to real life. I once knew a guy who started earning about $2,000 a month. The first thing he did was rent a luxury apartment for $1,200, lease a car for $300, and spend another $300 on night outs and parties. At the end of the month, he had almost nothing left. Then a few months later, he lost his job, and suddenly his whole lifestyle came crashing down. Compare that with another person who earned the same amount but rented a cheaper place, kept his old car, and lived simply. He saved $500 every month. In just 3 years, he had $18,000 saved, which became the seed money for a small business. That small business later grew, while the first guy is still struggling to pay debts. Warren Buffett once said, if you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. That is the reality. So living below your means is not about depriving yourself, it is about securing your future. It is about giving yourself options. If you earn $500 and spend $400, you are ahead of the guy earning $1,000 who spends $1,200. Wealth is not about how much you make, it is about how much you keep. The discipline of living modestly and saving the difference is what creates the foundation of becoming a millionaire. The third way Buffett teaches is to never stop learning and surround yourself with the right people. He is known to read for 5 to 6 hours every single day. Books, financial reports, newspapers, he consumes knowledge like oxygen. And he has always said the best investment you can make is in yourself. Most people spend money on clothes, gadgets, and entertainment, but very few invest in learning new skills or improving their minds. Yet that is what makes the difference. Buffett has been in business for more than 70 years, and he still says he is learning every day. Let me tell you a story of how this works in real life. There was a young man who worked as a security guard, earning just enough to survive. Instead of wasting his free time, he began reading books on investing and personal finance, many of them recommended by Warren Buffett. He even watched free lectures online and slowly improved his understanding of business. Years later, he started a small side business helping people manage their personal budgets. That side business grew, and today he is financially free, not because he had connections or a rich background, but because he invested in knowledge. That is exactly what Buffett means when he says knowledge builds up like compound interest. But learning alone is not enough. You must also choose the right circle of people around you. Buffett has said it is better to hang out with people better than you and drift in that direction. If your friends are always broke, always complaining, and always spending recklessly, sooner or later you will become the same. On the other hand, if your circle is disciplined, goal-oriented, and hungry to improve, you will rise with them. I remember someone who grew up in a neighborhood where everyone spent money the moment they earned it. But when he joined a new group of friends who discussed investments, personal growth, and new opportunities, his mindset completely changed. In a few years, he went from being broke to owning properties. That is the power of environment. Now let's put this all together. Buffett became a millionaire by his early 30s not because he was a genius or had the perfect background, but because he applied these 3 ways relentlessly. He invested early and consistently, allowing compound interest to work its magic. He lived far below his means, saving and reinvesting instead of wasting, and he kept learning, reading, and surrounding himself with the right people. Anyone can follow these same principles. You do not need to be in America or have a finance degree. You can start wherever you are. Even if it is $10 saved, even if it is 1 book read, even if it is cutting out unnecessary expenses, those small steps compound into big results. Think about your own life for a second. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Do you want to look back and regret the wasted money on trends, parties, and quick thrills, or do you want to look back proud that you planted seeds that grew into financial freedom? The truth is, becoming a millionaire is not about the number itself. It is about what it represents. It means you created discipline, patience, and freedom. It means you can take care of your family, pursue your passions, and help others. Warren Buffett is over 90 years old now, yet his words are timeless. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. If you build the right habits now, the future will take care of itself. So here is the challenge. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. Start today, even if it is small. Invest in yourself, invest in your future, live below your means, and never stop learning. These are not theories, they are proven principles lived by the man who became one of the richest people in history. If Warren Buffett could turn a few small stock purchases in the 1940s into a fortune of over $100 billion, what excuse do you have? The tools are in your hands. The question is, will you use them or waste another decade? The choice is yours, and the time to act is now.